Hi guys, what's going on? I'm Marty and I have returned with a little bit better camera angle, I suppose. Um, Thanks for all the watches and all the stuff, the comments, been appreciating it. This video serves two parts. One, I am going to finish out the last chunk of vinyl for the top of my LP rack. So there's going to be some stuff in here we're just going to blow through because it's kind of common. But in the background, a little less common. We're listening to MZ412 on Cold Meat Industry. This one is In Nomine de Nostri Satanis Luciferi Excelsi. Excellent ritualistic noise. I have several other albums. I don't have all of them, but good stuff. I've apparently been in the mood for this style of music lately. Partially due in part to Eric Bauer's album. Kind of put me back in that mindset. Secondly, in the past I mentioned stuff that's been going on here. Yes, something has been going on here. I left my job of 12 years 3 weeks ago. I was a screen printer for a bigger company here in Traverse City, printing t-shirts and wearables, stuff like that. It was time to go. Long time doing what I was doing, and well, there's a lot of reasons, but what I have done to continue on is I am home working on the label, Bindrune Recordings, iWaz Recordings, on a more regular basis. This is my goal, to get this thing really up and running, best of my ability. And also, I have opened a screen printing shop in my garage, which I am calling Bindrune Screen Printing. A lot of you have seen my work before. I do all the Bindrune merch for all the bands. And I've done stuff for Watain, Skyforger, Lord Wind, Celestia out of France. Oh man, there's others. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now. But so if you are in a band or a record label and you would like some merch done quickly and on the cheap, I can help you out with that. I can get just about any garment you're looking for, hopefully, and pretty quick turnaround time. I won't charge you a lot of crazy setup fees, but if you're interested, what I would need from you is a design to look at and see what I'm getting into, your quantities, what style of shirts you're looking for, or hoodie. And send me an email to bindrune@charter.net. I will put a address in the description box, and we'll talk. We'll get something going for you. But moving on to the records, I hope the music in the background, I hope the racket in the background is not too loud. But here we go. First up, this is a band that seems like there were one type of person. You either loved Iron Maiden or you loved Judas Priest. Well, I always grew up loving Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest was kind of a something I started to appreciate more and more the older I've gotten, and I am quickly picking up their collection at record shows. I usually get one every time I go to a record show for pretty cheap. But some of these are in rotten shape, some of them are in decent shape. And I can't really talk too much about a lot of these because I've listened to them and enjoy them, but not to the extent of immersion that I have with Iron Maiden. But Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, this is in pretty decent shape. Yeah, I'm not tearing these apart. These are old. They're U-shaped. This is probably my favorite thus far Judas Priest album. It is Sin After Sin. Why do I like this album so much? Well, it's got Dissonant Aggressor, which we all know Slayer did a cover of back in the day. But I really enjoy Halford's bluesy singing style on this. It's a very bluesy record, and at times it's kind of a depressing record, but good sounding, well done. This does not sound like typical Judas Priest to me. You know, the screaming metal anthems. The Last Rose of Summer, really good bluesy song. Diamonds and Rust, which is a John Baez song, oddly enough, but yeah. Good record. If you're wanting to get into Judas Priest, give that one a listen. It's a little bit different than the rest. Also, another great record. Got this for $1.99. Judas Priest Stained Class. This one is in rough shape. Hellbent for Leather. Henderson signed it. Hey Henderson, guess what? I got your record. You need it. Well, you're not getting it back because you treated it like dog shit. No, it's all scratched to hell. There's no inner sleeve. Got it for cheap, just to hear it. Defenders of the Faith. A lot of classics on here. Free Will Burning. The Sentinel, Love Bites. Yeah. 1984. Got this recently. In the last record show that came through. Screaming for Vengeance. I don't know, there's some shit on it here. I don't know if someone took a dump on it and stuck it in their butt crack. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. The Hellion, Electric Eye, Riding the Wind. Screaming for Vengeance. You got another thing coming. This is chock full of metal anthems. Good, but not, you know, I don't know if it's essential at this point. Next up, something a little more interesting. This is an original Malicious Records pressing of Campfire's Mellum Skoglit Acer. I said that wrong. That's just the way it is. This is an excellent album. Early Campfire I greatly prefer than the new stuff. New stuff is sounding a little... I don't know. I can't say I've heard the newest. There's shit here too. The inserts is basically a bunch of advertisements. I don't know if this was the intention or somebody added this to it. Malicious Records merchandising catalog, which is probably what all this is. It just fell out. No, these are just separate flyers. R Noir and Dodheim's Guard and Campfire. Great stuff. Great album. Seems like I got this pretty cheap from a guy I used to talk to back in the day in a message board before vinyl resurgence went crazy. It's not in the best shape. There's some wrinkles and creases on the cover, but it's a thin jacket, thin European jacket. Great record. Check it out. Continuing on with Campfire, this is Fra Under Verdenen. Fra Under Verdenen. This is on Hammerheart, old Hammerheart, the one that went out of business. There's an insert, black vinyl, which I'm not going to show. Look at there, there's Dolk, looking perfectly coiffed in his black metal armor. Fuck off. Next up, a very cool compilation put out by Northern Silence. This is a tribute to Catatonia. December songs. Has who's on here that's good? Foscor, Never Heard, Beatrix, Forest Stream, Everon, Loss, Force of Shadows, Hellevorn, Zaster did Palace of Frost, Weird, and Silence Enshrined, Geist, Dark Fortress, Forgotten Tomb, Farsot, Fragile Hollow, and October Falls, who did For Funerals to Come. Nice gatefold. Printed inners. 2 LP set. Records are black. You don't need to see that. Printed inners. And a poster of the album cover, which I believe is a Necrolord Christian Wallen piece. No, it's not. It looks like it, though. Posta, pink logo, Cult Eternal. Actually, kind of a cool poster, to be honest with you, other than the pink logo. Very nice package. You know, I don't know if you really need this on vinyl, but I acquired it cheaply. Might want to check it out on CD. Okay, these are going to go quick. This is one of the first things I ever bought on eBay when I first got a computer and started checking out eBay. And this ended a 13-year search. I could never find a real copy of this. I ended up paying a ridiculous amount of money for this. But this is the Lake or Halloween 12-inch single picture disc. It's got Halloween, the Candle, and the Lake, which at the time of this release was previously unreleased, and which ended up being on the Fatal Portrait CD as a bonus track. Excellent stuff. You know, it's not something I'm listening to a lot, but I hunted high and low for it and finally got it thanks to eBay. And also, moving on with King Diamond, I've got the European pressing and the US pressing of No Presents for Christmas. This is the European pressing. This is the US pressing, which obviously has a more interesting, silly cover. Again, collector scum has to have multiple pressings of something. And by far my favorite King Diamond album, which I think is kind of a different opinion than a lot of you share, but Fatal Portrait, I got this in a cutout bin. No, I didn't get a cutout bin. I bought this a long time ago, though, when it came out. But for some reason, there's no lyric sheet in it, which is odd. I don't know. Anyway, this is my favorite King Diamond album. Why is it my favorite King Diamond album? Because he wrote a lot of this material for Merciful Fate. And honestly, the album sounds like a Merciful Fate album to me. Very dark. It has that mystical vibe that Merciful Fate did before they disbanded. Excellent continuation of the Merciful Fate legacy. Yeah, love this. And that creepy ass picture of King Diamond is fucking awesome. Beat that, Latane. Next up, King Diamond, the Family Ghost, Enshrined 12-inch. Nothing really great to report here. Well, it is great, but I don't think there's anything on the inside worth showing. King Diamond, Abigail. This is a lot of people's favorite King Diamond album, and I get that. It's great. The highlight of this album for me, well, obviously all the songs are a highlight, but the twin guitar attack of Michael Denner, who was one of my favorite guitarists, and Annie LaRocque, the twin guitar lead on the ending of Black Horseman. Oh, holy fuck. That is by far the best guitar piece on this album. Special thanks to all you diamond bangers around the world. Stay heavy! Lyrics, printed inner, black vinyl. I'm going to put this away. Okay, next up, King Diamond, Them. I used to love this album. I spun the shit out of it when this came out on cassette, and then I got the CD, and then eventually I got the vinyl for $1.99 at my favorite record store, which is no longer open. But yeah. But as the years passed, I don't listen to this one as much. I don't know why, but you know, Mickey D hitting like a maniac. You got some frizzed out Hal Patino hair, cock rocker hair, and still a great album. I don't care. I don't listen to a ton of it. A friend of mine sent me this one, Conspiracy, King Diamond. He found it at a flea market. Got it at a pretty good price, although it's in rough shape. The cover's seen better days. Well loved, but another great record. This is probably one of my last well-liked King Diamond albums. I mean, I like mostly all of his material, but you know. Oh, there's a little thingy in here too. Insert, little poster insert. Nothing on the back. I really liked The Eye, and after that, the story it struck me as the concept and the stories took on more of an importance in the actual music. You know, albums like House of God, which I fucking hate that album. God, what a terrible album. People talk about how great it is. It's boring. It's really fucking boring, and it's all about the story, and I need music to go with the story. And Creator, Endless Pain is next. Great condition. I got this for $1.99. Amazing mint-like shape. Original pressing, I think. Yeah, this is German pressing. Printed inner. Noise catalog on the back. You know, look, there's something else in here too. Little postcard order form from Noise. Or Phoenix Versand. I don't know, merchandise company. If you were like me, I started listening to Creator. I think I picked up the Pleasure to Kill tape first in the 80s. Pretty blown away by the buzzsaw sound and just great, savage, black thrash almost. And then I got this record, second, on cassette. I was pretty surprised it almost had a sloppier, more punk-like vibe, with Ventor singing more, who had more of a aggressive yelling style, as opposed to Milla's razor throat screaming style. But this one took some growing for me to finally appreciate, and I do. I love this. This is great stuff. And one thing of interest, the Flag of Hate on this album is a different version that was on the cassette or CD, which when I got this and listened to it, I was quite blown away that it was something different that I was listening to. Either way, great album, of course. And then we have an NMC radio promo for Flag of Hate. I kind of wish I had a better version of this. This is rough, but it still plays fine. It's got the gold stamped promo. There's no insert or anything. Next up, the Behind the Mirror 12-inch. Side 2 is Gangland, which was on the Out of the Dark Into the Light, I believe. No, it's not. I don't know what the hell or where that came from. Right off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've spun this. But this is cool for the cover and the band photos. Not something I'm listening to a lot, but it's still really cool to have. Creator, this was a fucking classic. Pleasure to Kill. Combat Noise pressing. I believe there's... Nope, nothing on the inside. Other than great ass ripping metal. Next up, Terrible Certainty. $1.99. Ooh, $2.99 acquisition. Mint shape. Whoever got rid of their vinyl collection here, I have to thank them. Because I don't know if you got born again and you had to sell all your satanic metal, or you upgraded to CDs. But whatever the deal, I don't care, man. I got some mint shape records from this guy. This is a printed inner sleeve with lyrics. This guy dropped off some killer stuff to the record store, and I was fortunate enough to get there in time to score some classics for cheap. Next up, Out of the Dark Into the Light. Possible to Cure, Lambs to the Slaughter, and then side B is all live stuff. Again, this is Creator hitting their peak as far as I'm concerned, because right around this time is my favorite album as well, Extreme Aggression, which I don't have on vinyl. If anybody out there has a copy they'd like to get rid of for a non-douchey price, let me know. On vinyl. I got the CD, of course, but I don't know. It'd be kind of nice to have all this old stuff on vinyl. And as far as Creator goes, this and Extreme Aggression for me is like one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time. And after it came Coma of Souls, which to me was a band sounding rushed to capitalize on the fame that they were getting due to the MTV generation, seeing the Betrayer video. The album sounds rushed. The album sounds boring. Granted, they lost, what's his name? Tritza? Treats? I don't know how you say his name. And acquired Frank Blackfire from Sodom. And the band changed. It got a little more polished, and the songs got boring as they tried to get more of an epic sound, more conceptual sound. Not a fan of it. And after that, I kind of stopped caring. You know, Endorama, Renewal. I have some of the other ones too. They're terrible. They're not good. They're boring, knuckle dragger metal, boring riffs. And I kind of stopped caring about what they've done and have been doing. I know they've they've earned a whole new legion of fans with their later albums, but I could care less. I got the original, I got the early stuff, and that's, to me, the influential stuff that matters in creators' situation. But moving on to Krieg, this is the Transient LP that comes with the 7-inch, bonus 7-inch. I don't know if they all do. I think this might be a colored vinyl, but nope, it's black. Comes with the 7 inches in there floating around and a printed insert. You know, I really enjoyed the early Krieg stuff. It was sloppy, but really heavy and tortured sounding, and I was quite surprised after years of not listening to Krieg how put together and powerful this material is. I'm not listening to it a lot, but I do enjoy it, and enough to keep a copy of for myself. I ended up getting copies of these for distro. Good album for those of you that still follow Krieg. I forgot the name of this. Lake of Blood from Sweden. Is that right? Cult of Melancholia. Nope. As Time and Tides Erode Stone. It's a good album. On the Flenser. Kind of a crazy, wonky ass logo. I like this band. I don't love this band. I do listen to them on occasion, although it has been a while since I've spun this. Comes with a heavy stock poster, a little mini one. Kind of cool design. Black vinyl, I believe. Yep. Wish I could just prattle on about the workings of this band, but I don't know it. This is the only thing I have by them. This one might get me in a little bit of trouble, but whatever. This is the Life Lover Pulver LP. Too late. You've seen it all already. Fake Blood for Everyone. This is an odd band, but a good band. One of the guys is dead. I think the main dude's dead. But yeah, really strange mix of children, like a real young mix of innocence with tortured, suicidal black metal. I don't know. I can't get that fucker back in there. And lastly, in this pile of stuff is a very ragged out radio promo for Liege Lord Burn to My Touch. Not a huge fan of this band. I was glad to liberate the LP though, and there's some good songs on here. Transgressor. Oh, it's been a while. I haven't listened to this thing in a long ass time. But as you can see, it's got writing all over it. NMC, NMC, NMC. They have to let you know that this is a radio promo. Printed inner sleeve. Collage. Black vinyl. And that's it. That's this pile, and this concludes the top humongous 2 racks of my vinyl collection, and I will start digging into the bottom 2 rows and end with the non-metal / punk hardcore industrial noise section of my collection soon. I would just like to get through this because I have acquired an assload of new releases over the past couple weeks that I would like to share with you guys before I file them away into the collection, which I might be doing soon. I might throw one of those in beforehand. But anyway, again, if you're a band or you're a record label and you need some t-shirts and other things printed, hit me up, Bindrune at charter.net, and we'll talk. Get something figured out. That is it. I really appreciate it, everybody, and thanks again for watching and your support. See you later.